On Friday, it was reported by the Daily Mail that Susie Wiles was going to quit the Trump administration. Susie Wiles, of course, served as his co-campaign manager for the 2024 presidential election. She has been his chief of staff the entire time through his second administration here. And the Daily Mail spoke to 3 insiders within the Trump administration saying that Susie was so pissed off, so angry, that he picked Bill Pulte to replace Tulsi Gabbard that she's thinking of quitting. Now, immediately after this report came out, Susie Wiles got on social media and said this: "After an accomplishment-filled week by President Trump, I have the pleasure of reading a piece of Friday fiction courtesy of the Daily Mail. To be crystal clear, I am not going anywhere. I am honored and proud to serve President Trump, proud of our team, and remain fully committed to advancing his agenda on behalf of the American people. Some in the media have spent a decade trying to manufacture drama around President Trump and people who work for him. They were wrong then, and they're wrong now. See you Monday." Susie. Every report so far has actually been accurate. This wasn't the Daily Mail just making stuff up to see if anybody noticed. They spoke to multiple different people inside the administration who told them this. So maybe those 3 people were independently all making up the same lie that just happened to be the same one that, whatever. But there were reports that Kristi Noem was going to be fired. And then it was like, no, we totally love Kristi Noem. She's not going anywhere. Also, she's fired. There were reports saying Bondi was about to be fired. No, we love Bondi. And Bondi got fired. There were reports that Lori Chavez Ramos was going to be fired. And it's like, no, wait, but yes. And then Tulsi Gabbard, no, but then yes. And then that same thing happened, by the way, throughout the entirety of his first administration. A report would come out saying, insiders say this person's about to be fired. Trump would come out and say, they have my full and total confidence. And then within a matter of weeks, they were fired. It became a running joke that anytime Trump said they have my full and total confidence, they would then be fired. And your situation is different, of course, because you're saying they were saying you'd be quitting, not fired, but it's still the same. When the media starts reporting these things, it's because information has leaked to them because you, Susie, have done such a horrible job of plugging the leaks that it still gets out. And every time there is a denial from the individual or from the president himself that somebody will be leaving soon, that person always ends up gone fairly quickly. And here's the kicker, Susie. Nobody said you were being fired or you were quitting this weekend, In fact, they said that you're likely going to use the midterms as the off-ramp. So, yeah, see you Monday. Nobody said you were quitting this weekend. So that's kind of weird that you're like, I'll be at work on Monday. Fantastic. Nobody said you wouldn't be. But Susie Wiles also has another off-ramp that doesn't require Republicans getting their butts handed to them in the midterms. She's also undergoing treatment for breast cancer. And because of this, she is obviously not as available as she had been throughout most of this administration. And when she is available, due to the aggressive nature of cancer treatment, she is more run down. She is less able to do the things that she had been doing. And because of that, these insiders are also reporting Donald Trump has become more untethered. I don't have to listen to Susie. Susie's not here to tell me what's a good idea and what's a bad idea. So Trump has gone more insane in the last month or two, which he has. And now we kind of have a bit of an explanation for that. Right? Susie's not around as much. Trump is going crazier. That's quantifiable. That's visible. We can see these things have happened. So Susie, maybe you are thinking about quitting. Maybe you're not. But the fact that the other things these insiders said actually make a hell of a lot of sense and can be proven true, I'm willing to bet you're just mad that they blew your cover before you could bail like the other rats off of this sinking ship. A sinking ship that, by the way, you've been helping to steer.